Well, welcome. It is January 1st of 2026. We made it. We survived. And while there are many who have not, I count it a privilege to be sitting with you this morning, despite any other challenges that may have carried over from last year. Today, in this moment, we're fortunate folks because we made it. So, thank you for clicking on the video. My name is Tiffany. This channel is Beyond Swatches. I am a wife, a mom, and an overall just regular person. And I live in North Carolina. It is a little brisk this morning, but it's not wintry brisk just yet. I think it's like 40 something degrees here, so I'll take it. I'm originally from New York, so I think it's like snowing and cold up there. No, thank you. I'm not interested. I'd rather stay down here where the winters are like 55 degrees on average. So 2025, it's gone. Let's start first before I jump too far ahead. I want to get the winter knit along information out in front of you because it is my intention to start it sooner rather than later. So this year I am doing a Whisper poncho knit along. It is a very quick knit. It is a very thoughtful knit. It's going to be very practical. It is a free pattern, so that is perfect. No need to spend any extra money. The pattern is written, it says for DK weight. However, the yarn that they recommended or that they used in that pattern is not a true DK weight. It is really more of a fingering weight. So I would say grab your fingering weight yarn and find something that you like. It can be a wool, it can be a cotton blend. Maybe not a full cotton because you don't want it to overstretch, but you can play around with it. It's very fast knit. This will be hosted this year. I'm doing this again through Google, but I'm going to set it up through my Ko-Fi page. So when you go there, you'll see the option to like purchase a package or something. It's just the way that it is. So it's built out. It's $10 and we're just going to meet, I think once every 3 weeks. It's going to run for 6. And it's going to be over really quickly. I guarantee you it is the fastest. Okay, I can't guarantee it because I'm not working in your life, but this is a really fast knit and you'll love working on it because it keeps changing a little bit and it keeps growing and you'll just love watching it grow. So I think you will anyway. So we'll go ahead and work on that as a group. I'll leave all the information in the pinned comment below. So what went well in 2025? Overall, I think it was a pretty good making year. Making not just in knitting, but making as in things that I've learned how to do. I learned how to sew. I learned how to pressure can a little bit. It's all fun stuff though. I have thoroughly enjoyed being an unemployed person in 2025. I was laid off January 28th of last year and I restarted as a contract worker for the same company December 3rd of the same year. So I was out of work for about a year, but I was receiving a severance, so it didn't feel like it. I'm very happy to be back because, you know, we have things we have to pay for. I am, if you remember, in April of last year, my grandfather had passed away and left me to deal with his estate issues. That is still going on. People, if you have things, if you have a home, you got a car, you got assets, you got some good clothes in the closet, put it in a will. And please make sure the person that you're willing your stuff to has a physical copy of the original will. It makes things so much easier because I'm stuck in this probate process and it seems like it's just going to keep going and going and going and going until I either A, come up with a large lump sum of money to pay the attorney, or B, let it kind of sit in probate purgatory until like another year. So I don't know, we're still figuring it out, but all of that to say, please get your affairs in order. It is just an unfortunate part of life at this time. So please take care of your stuff. Near the end of the year, I did realize that I was doing a little too much. And not that I was doing too much, but I was very preoccupied with this invisible goal in my mind. I wanted to become a monetized channel, which required 4,000 watch hours. And somewhere around June, my watch hours reset. So I was like 1900 and it was just slowly climbing, and I was happy with it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I could get close to 3 by the end of the year. Well, in June, everything reset, because that's what YouTube does. It reset and I was back down to 1200, and I was so devastated that I was just like, I don't even know why I'm in this space. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I might as well just quit. So I had a little bit of a moment. I did pause. I slowed down and realized that I am an analog girl living in a digital world. Thank you, Erykah Badu, because that's where that came from. But I really realized that I am not a person that is meant to chase these algorithmic things. They're not for me. I am a person that likes to talk to people. I like to physically write. I like reading a paper book. I like those are the things that I like. So trying to make my analog way and personable way of living fit into this digital ghost-like appearance with this algorithm that constantly changes and its unreasonable expectations, it just felt a little too much like selling my soul. And I realized that that's not me. And so in order for me to build the type of internet community that I want, that's the reason why I started hosting knit-alongs throughout the year, because that way I can meet the people who want to meet me, and I don't have to worry so much about who's not seeing me. Those who see me, we vibe. And when I tell you we cut up and have a good time, I feel like we have a great time. I've made some really decent friendships. We kind of keep in touch over knitting and over life stuff. And it's just been so much fun. So the reason I encourage, I guess, the live portion of the knit-alongs is it's cool to kind of get comments in your inbox and your DMs and all that. But I like when I see your comments under my videos or in my chats or whatever, I don't just see user 974. I see Miss Whoever and, this person and that person. So I can call you by name and we know each other. Not in the superficial, I have 1,000 Facebook friends and I only talk to 2 people, but literally I have 35 solid good people that I know because we talk every 2 weeks in a knit-along. Like, I love that. My intention around my feeling for the new year, as far as knitting goes. So in my knitting, I want to continue to look for patterns in my Ravelry queue, because I have purchased a lot of patterns over the years and I have not made nearly any of them. I stick with this select few because I like the designer, and once you find something that you like, you just kind of stick with it. Well, I would like to kind of branch off into the things that did pique my interest and give it some thought and try those things. But on the flip side of that, the reason why I haven't made anything, or made a lot of things from my Ravelry queue, is because I have to keep buying yarn and I already have too much yarn here. So I need to get rid of this yarn. I need to get rid of it. I'll put up a poll and you all can help me figure out, do you want to do a giveaway for it? Do you want to buy it? Should I just donate it? Because I have already done a nice hefty de-stash. Those big contractor bags? I filled up one of those full of just yarn scraps and just things that were really bad quality, things that I ordered from like online places. This back during COVID, and I ordered for the store that I was running. I mean, the quality was horrible. It was like pilly acrylic with like strands that it was really bad. So I didn't feel bad in throwing it away. I did get rid of a ton of mohair. I don't know why I don't remember that I don't like mohair until I start working with it again. But please remind me the next time you hear me say in a video, I want to get this fuzzy yarn, put in the comments blaring loud, you don't like mohair. You don't like fuzzy yarn. I don't like it. I don't know why. I do know why. Because it's pretty. That's why. And I got caught. And I think this particular stash that I bought was from Hobbii, and it was like $2. I lost my marbles. I bought every color. But again, at that time, I was thinking, oh, I could use this to make items for people who like this stuff. And I bought bright pink and light pink and beige and blue and rust and orange and green. But I didn't need all this mohair. Well, I got rid of it. I just ended up throwing it away. I did say a silent prayer because I was like, look at all my money going down the drain. But it also was serving me no purpose just sitting in this house. So I got rid of it. So I'll do it again. I mean, I really don't, things are just things. And one thing I learned from cleaning out my grandfather's house, you can't take it with you and nobody else wants your crap. So you might as well get rid of it or find a use for it. So if you want to participate in the D-Stash, I can do that I can put together a little knit along group and I can kind of show you what I have if you want to purchase it. I can do a giveaway and we'll probably have a few of those because I have a lot of yarn to get rid of. Just keep in mind that the things that I do have, the reason I haven't made with them is because I didn't understand at the time sweater quantities for a plus size body. So most things that I make would require 14 to 1800 yards of yarn. And I'll have like worsted weight yarn and I only have 800 yards. Now, granted, I could make something for someone else, but they're not going to appreciate a 100% wool garment. And I'm more afraid of them not taking care of it than I am of just making them a nice gift. So I thought about doing a bunch of accessories, but I didn't want a bunch of accessories. I thought about making things to sell them, but that was too hard for me at the time, so I didn't do it. So you see my thought process. So that's what I need to do. I need to figure out how to get rid of this stuff. So you let me know when you see the poll come up, what do you think I should do? Or you can leave it in the comment below and let me know what you think I should do or what you would be interested in. I had an interesting conversation with one of my friends that I met during a CAL. We were chatting the other day. She was making a sweater and I said to her, I thought you didn't like whatever I said, something about big yarn or something. I thought you didn't like that. And she's like, well, I like to knit and I just made it and I keep it in the closet. And I realized in that moment that some people really are just process knitters. They like the feeling of knitting, and I do too. But what I realized from hearing her say that, I'm not a person who wants to knit just for the sake of knitting. So like my half and half wrap, for example, that's a product that you just knit on, and I like the feel of the knitting. But if I had to do 42 million thousand stitches, I need something at the end of it that's going to make me feel like, oh, I'm glad that I have that. And even if I made that one thing before, I can't say that making it in a different yarn is going to give me the same feeling. So I'm not going to make it. So I just think it's interesting how there is just a different way to view this crafty world. Some of us just want to make for the sake of making something. And then others of us like to make for the sake of making, but with a purpose. So my intention for the year is to kind of center everything around what it feels like. Yeah, I think I want to dig into my Ravelry queue a little bit more. Stop buying new patterns. There is nothing necessarily new being created out here. I have a lot of knitting books that, I think I mentioned this last year, I have a lot of knitting books that have tons of patterns in them. And a lot of them look very similar to things that are coming out now. Construction is a big thing for me though. I don't like bottom up. I don't like bottom up anything really. Not for sweaters. Dresses are kind of hard too because I'm a short person, but also a wide person. So it's not that it can't be done. It's just daunting when you're casting on a dress, fingering weight yarn. I made one. And you start off with 400 stitches. It does something to the mind. You have to mentally prepare for 400 stitches and you're going for a long time versus starting with like 78 or 102 for your neck on fingering weight yarn and slowly expanding to 400. So I don't know, you get all of the sloggy feeling from a bottom up first, or do you want the joy and excitement of the construction first? I guess every person is different. I'm not a person that likes the sloggy feeling, but depending on what it is, I've done it before. So flipping over into personal life goals or intentions, one of the major things for me is fixing my spiritual growth. I feel like I slacked a little bit near the end, well, a lot near the end. So one of the things that I started strong with and kind of fell over a couple of bumps during the middle of the year, daily Bible reading is always really important to me, and I kind of fell off near the end. If you're a person that believes in the Bible and you're a person that prays and things like that, you do notice that when one part of your spiritual routine falls, the rest of you feels out of sorts. I don't know why I didn't equate that back then, that's what was happening. I kind of stopped reading my Bible every day, and I need to get back to that. Spending more than just a few minutes in the evening to say thank you for my day. I need to spend that time in the morning as well to center my day before I get started. So that's my short spiel on that part of my personal life growth. Another area of personal that I need to, or that I would like to fix, is my health. I keep saying I am a plus size person, and while I don't necessarily have a problem with that, I do have a problem with some of the health challenges that comes from being a plus size person. So we want to correct that if I can. I want to reduce my weight to help with my blood pressure, and even though like I'm on one pill right now, but I don't want to be on any pills, especially when I hear from every doctor when I go see them once or twice a year. You know, you're not in a bad place. You can control this with diet and exercise. And every time I hear that, there's a defensive wall that goes up, and I'm like, that's your answer for everything. But you know, in truth, diet and exercise is really the answer for the majority of things that we deal with. No, it doesn't stave off cancer or, you know, any other genetic things that we have going on. But my knees that hurt, yeah, diet and exercise. My inability to lift things with my shoulder because it hurts, yeah, probably a little bit of exercise, you know. And as I'm getting older, did y'all know I was going to be 50 this year? Oh my gosh. 50 years old. 50. I have made it to the half century point. I can't believe this. I remember when I was 16, and I remember when my mom turned 50, and I remember when other people turned 50, and I was like, wow, you're so old. And I look at myself now, and I'm like, I don't feel like what I thought 50 was supposed to feel like. I don't feel that, but I'm almost 50. Ugh. That's scary, but exciting. I'm also in the perimenopause, like there was a whole chatter going on about that. I'm there now, and it's so weird. It is so weird to have your body betray you. All of my hormones are all over the place. I'm having symptoms of things that just don't make no sense. Like, why is my left nostril clogged and I'm not sick? Like, why is there ringing and itching in my ears all the time? It is so annoying. I can't sleep at night. Like, these are the things that I'm dealing with as an almost 50-year-old person going through the change. Well, here we are. And also having a knit along group, I've realized I run into people who are just like me, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm sorry. You know, the mind is also one of those perimenopause things. I just kind of run through stuff. Anyway, I have my notes over here, so I'm just kind of making sure I stay on track because I can detour. So one of the things that I did last year, I've done this actually in all of the years that I worked for my company that I'm back with now. I've always had a Weight Watchers membership, and I've kind of been on it and off of it and on it and off of it for years. They've updated the app recently to make things a lot easier, and I've been dabbling in it, you know. I haven't really taken it seriously, but again, nothing like a fresh new year for a fresh new mindset. So it is one of those things that I would like to kind of hone into for the nutrition portion of my health lifestyle change. Not because I feel like it's going to be that thing that fixes me, but I do feel like it's a good way to kind of measure what I'm doing. Me and my oldest daughter were having a conversation, I think yesterday or the day before, and she's like, Ma, do you realize how much an ounce of potato chips is? And I was like, yeah, not enough. because she's like trying to figure out how much is she eating and, you know, how many calories is she taking in. And we just had this nice little conversation. And I was like, you know, I remember the first time I poured a bowl of cereal, according to how I would pour a bowl of cereal. And then I read the serving size on the back. And I was like, so you're telling me I'm basically eating almost 4,000 calories in cereal and milk because I have a really big bowl? And so when you pour out 3/4 of a cup, you look at it like, why am I even eating this? Like, even that is a waste of 300 calories. So anyway, so those are some of the things that I've been learning as I dibbled and dabbled in the Weight Watchers app over the years. But now it's time to kind of put those things into practice. So will this be a place where I document that journey? Probably not, because I already know the inconsistency is going to be very real. But don't be surprised if you happen to see a post up about a really nice breakfast I had for 5 points or something like that. So just so that you know why that's up there, because I am actively trying to fix my blood pressure and pre-diabetes. They said I was pre-diabetic and then I wasn't, then I was. And that, I think, is attributed to the stress that I felt. I was eating a lot of biscuits last year, and I think my blood sugar was starting to rise. And then I stopped eating the biscuits, and I was exercising at the time, and the blood sugar went back down. So my A1C was kind of going up and down, and we got to stop that. So I think, as far as an overall, that is all that I have for intentions. Again, not about specific goals. I don't want to lock myself into anything permanent. I don't want to feel like a failure at the end of the year. I don't want to do comparisons with other people. But I do want to feel, I want to feel lighthearted. I want to feel focused. I don't want to feel pulled in every direction, even though I probably will be, because life, you know. But yeah, I want to feel grounded in my spiritual journey. I want that to then be the foundation for everything else that I'm trying to accomplish. And then maybe not even set accomplishing type of intentions. I just want to be able to survive this next 364 days and not feel like how I felt at the end of last year, because that was pretty heavy. It was a little dark for a moment, and I didn't want to feel that way again. So I hope that you have enjoyed spending a little time with me. The knit along information will be in the pinned comment below. If you have any questions about it, feel free to email me. I always leave a Ko-Fi link there if you care to donate, or buy me a coffee, as they say is the tagline. But if you want to donate to help me continue to run this channel and to come up with ideas for knit alongs and stuff, you can do so, no pressure. Look for a poll as far as the giveaway versus sale versus de-stash versus whatever. There'll be something coming up for that soon, so look for that and engage with that, please. If I could make a goal, a numeric goal for the year, I think I'm currently at 1,200 subscribers. I would like to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. I think it's a pretty lofty goal. So let's say 1,500. Let's say 1,500. 1,500 followers. I would like to get to 1,500 followers by the end of the year. So 364 days from now, I would like to see 1,500 as my YouTube subscriber count. And I can probably get there if you help me by sharing this out to people who are like-minded individuals. I would like to meet other people who are very analogy like myself, because I feel like we're a dying breed. I think we're in a cluster all alone. So yeah, so share it out with a friend that you think would enjoy the type of stuff that I'll be sharing around here. And yeah, this is really just a life journey more than it is a knitting journey. So every area of my life includes some sort of creativity, some sort of making. It won't just be centered around yarn, but that is the biggest part of it. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day off if you are off, and I hope that you enjoy this wintry season, and I will see you in my Cal, wink wink, or I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.